Without De'Aaron Fox, the Sacramento Kings are beat up by the Denver Nuggets. Did you see that? Did you see how the Kings only scored 96 points? Offensively, just wasn't hitting on all cylinders offensively this game. Without De'Aaron Fox's scoring, I mean, they're missing about 25 points of scoring. And that's about how much they needed to beat the Denver Nuggets last night. 25 more points. In Denver, the Sacramento Kings lose 117 to 96. This brings their record to 33-25, and the Denver Nuggets are currently 40-19. With last night's loss, it drops the Kings to 8th place. The Denver Nuggets are now in 3rd place, and they have won 4 games in a row. The Kings have currently lost 2 games in a row. The Kings are 8.5 games out of 1st place, with the Timberwolves in 1st with a 42-17 record. Today is February 29th, 2024. I appreciate you joining me today. Hopefully you're here for the whole video. I got a few interesting things to go over about our Kings, and I want to say, what's going on, YouTube? What's going on with all my folks and all you Kings fans out there? It's your guy, Jay Woods, aka Shy the Man, and I'm back at you with another episode of the Kings Morning After, Midday Cup of Joe with Jay.
Ah! I love it.
Ooh, my cup of Joe is cold today. I'm actually gonna go get a refill. I'm rewatching this game, and Kyle Draper is getting on the Kings, and everything he's saying is right. They're not stepping up at all. But I'll be right back.
A few moments later.
All right, got my cup of Joe a little warm. My Joe was as cold as the Sacramento Kings were last night shooting, and you know what day it is. It's Throwback Thursday. Throwback Thursday.
Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I...
Throwback Thursday. So what can we do for Throwback Thursday? I don't know. I'm gonna think about that. Maybe I'll throw some throwback kicks on the screen, or throwback clips or something. We got to celebrate Throwback Thursday somehow. I'll let you know. If you got an idea how we can celebrate Throwback Thursdays, comment below for me. I really appreciate any suggestions you guys have. And my cup of Joe is the Kings look really bad without De'Aaron Fox. They looked good in the first quarter. I mean, they were like winning by like what, 10, 15 points? Denver nixed that real quick in the second quarter. They were like, oh, nah, dog, it ain't cool. The minute I heard De'Aaron Fox wasn't going to be there, I was like, uh-oh, oops, y'all back? We back. A lot of people were like, oh, yeah, we got their number. They can't beat us. And come to find out De'Aaron Fox isn't playing. And as of this moment, I'm not even sure what's going on with De'Aaron. I'm not sure if it's his shoulder or what's going on with De'Aaron. I'm going to have to check out the reports on that. My cup of Joe pretty much is that the Kings are really going to have to find another scorer on this team. Somebody else that third guy. I mean, you could say Malik Monk is that third scorer. Some people say Keegan Murray is the third best player. But I don't think it could be a guy that's coming off the bench. It has to be one of the starters. And Keegan seems like he's going back into his shell. Harrison Barnes never really broke out of his. He just randomly has a 30-point game twice a season. Davion Mitchell never really got his offense going in the NBA at all to this point, and hasn't really got a three-point shot going for himself. So the way this team looked, they were losing by 29, 30 points at one point in the third quarter without De'Aaron Fox. Nobody else wanting to step up or just unable to step up. Keegan Murray had 21 points last night. So, I mean, he was trying, but it just wasn't enough. It wasn't enough defense and definitely wasn't enough offense for them to win against this top team and championship team without De'Aaron Fox. That's my cup of joe. Some quick stats for you guys. At the end of the first quarter, the Sacramento Kings were up 35-28. They could not hold on to that lead and were losing by the time halftime hit, 55-65. And from then on, Denver basically dominated the game. And like I said a second ago, we're winning by 30 points, about 30 points at one point in the third quarter at the end. The Nuggets' leading scorer was Jamal Murray, who was out there putting in work, 32 points. He was hitting threes, hitting mid-range, going to the basket, doing whatever he wanted pretty much. Aaron Gordon was pitched in with 17. Michael Porter and Jokic both had 14. And KCP with a big 16 points. Jokic actually had a triple-double on the night with 14 rebounds and 11 assists as well. Kind of similar to Domantas Sabonis stats. Nobody else really helped out on the rebounds. Nobody really helped out on assists. Although Aaron Gordon did have 6. Jamal Murray had 6 as well. Jokic is just that big man with those with the Domantas Sabonis numbers. Sacramento Kings leading scorer on the night was actually Keegan Murray with a big 21 points. Chris Duarte off the bench was the second leading scorer with 18. Malik Monk, our dog, had 14 points. Domantas Sabonis with 13. 4 guys in double figures, 2 off the bench, which is a little concerning to me. Harrison Barnes, where are you at? Kevin Huerter, what's going on with you? Davion Mitchell has never really had any offense in the NBA, hoping that he can get some type of offensive game, 3-pointers or something. Domantas Sabonis close to a triple-dub, but he had 10 rebounds, 7 assists. Other guys were kind of below that. Malik Monk, 5 and 5. Team stats. Kings shot 34% from 3. Nuggets, 42%. Free throw percent, geez. 61% to 90% from the Nuggets. The Nuggets shot 2 less, but hit 2 more than the Kings, which is a little pathetic. 8 and 13 from free throw. I mean, that's a big problem for the Kings is their free throw shooting. It's like you want them to go to the basket more and be a little more physical, but they can't even shoot free throws. Denver Nuggets at 35 assists. All the rest of the stats were pretty much even. And there was no point after the halftime or after the second quarter that I felt the Kings were going to be able to get back into this game. Not with the way they were shooting and not with the way they were playing defense. Oh, one other stat, the Kings shot only 40% from the field, and the Nuggets had 53% from the field. That's pretty pathetic. Neither team shot really well. I mean, Nuggets shot pretty good from free throw and from three-pointer, so that's pretty much how they powered their way through the win. They were just they were executing a little bit better parts of their basketball game, including threes and free throws. I test. Yeah, I test. I'm going to give the Kings an eye test. A lot of frustration, just a lot of wandering eyes, a lot of unconfident, I don't know what the word is, lack of confidence out there. Just looking like a different team without De'Aaron Fox out there. I know Davion is the backup, but I almost think that maybe Keon Ellis might have been a better starter. He's more similar to De'Aaron Fox's game and drive to the basket and things like that. Davion Mitchell has very good slashing game, but he just doesn't really seem to use it. I think because he get blocked a lot because of his size. It was good to see Alex Len get into the game, but nobody was really able to pick it up offensively and replace De'Aaron Fox. And I think that was the biggest deal. And nobody played good enough defense on the scorers like Jamal Murray to really stop them. So it was going to be a uphill battle, and it was an uphill battle the whole game. That's my eye test. Bottom line, the Kings morning after. Bottom line. Today's bottom line is, I mean, without De'Aaron Fox, I'm not sure what the team was really expecting against the Denver Nuggets team. I don't know. Maybe they thought they had the mental edge, the mental upper hand, and would be able to just kind of bully their way through this game. Didn't happen. They started off really well, though. Too bad they couldn't keep playing the whole game the way they were the first quarter. It's a hard loss in the fact that they dropped 3 places in the standings all the way down to 8th place. This playoff run from here on out is going to be a very, very uphill battle. The Kings are going to to be honest, at this point, in my opinion, are going to have a hard time making the playoffs. They have a good chance making the play-in, but the way things are trending, they might be 9th or 10th by the time the season is over. They have a really hard record coming up, and they're going to have to play really well. And this two loss streak that they're on right now is not boding well in this very, very tumultuous Western Conference, where day to day it's very up and down for the whole conference. Guys going up in the standings 2-3 places, falling down in the standings 2-3 places. So there's a lot of turmoil in the Western standings currently, and the Kings are going to have to fight every game they're in to stay in this playoff race. And if they don't have De'Aaron Fox, it's going to be a little unfortunate because they're going to have to fight a whole lot harder than they did last night. That's my bottom line. Next up, Friday, March 1st, the Sacramento Kings will be in Minnesota facing the Timberwolves, 5 p.m. our time. Be there or be square. And also check out my game review and analysis the day after the next game by subscribing below and maybe even clicking that notification button so you can see when my reviews pop up. So as I was just saying, this is a very tumultuous Western Conference. Teams are moving up and down all over the place. A loss could mean 3 places in the standings. A win could mean 3 places in the standings. And we have to play the #1 team in the division on Friday in their crib. So nobody's giving out any passes right now at this time of the season. The Kings lost some ones that they probably should not have lost, and that's on them. And now they're having to deal with it because this race is really close in the West. And if you say the Kings had 3 or 4 games that you feel like they probably should have won against really bad teams, well, that's the difference of being in 8th place with the steering now, or they could be in 3rd or 4th place. To beat this Timberwolves team at home, it's going to take a lot of defense, and it's going to take guys hitting their shots. And they're going to have to figure out some guys that can do more things than just shoot threes. They're going to have to go to the basket, and they're going to have to hit free throws. So those are a couple of my keys to the Kings winning this game. They are definitely going to have to play way better defense, a lot of defense on Anthony Edwards and Karl Anthony Towns, especially. Those are their scorers on this team. They also have Jalen Daniels, Mike Conley. Can't let Mike Conley, you're going to have to close out good on Mike Conley or he's going to hit threes on you. And their center is Naz Reid, who's a very good, strong, impactful center in the post and in the mid-range. So as I said, without De'Aaron Fox, they're going to need somebody to step up as that third guy in scoring. Herter needs to wake up. He needs to wake his scoring up. Harrison is going to have to go to the basket a whole lot more. Sabonis is going to have to hold Naz Reid out of the lane and hopefully keep him to his mid-range game. And same with Rudy Gobert, keep him away from the basket as much as possible. And don't let Anthony Edwards go to the basket easily. You're going to have to keep him shooting, and not that you're going to let him shoot, but you'd rather him shoot than slash into the basket. So put chest on these guys and you got a chance. Betting lines. There's no betting lines today. They usually don't put the betting lines out until the day of after midnight. So I won't have the betting lines for this game until tomorrow morning. But if you want to sports bet and do any kind of and if you want to bet on any kind of sport, use what I use, Bet US. The link is down below. Click the link below and you can sports bet no matter where you're at. I'm in California and I do sports betting. So use the link below, Bet US, and they give you a little bit of credits too when you deposit some money. Thank you. I have a question for you guys. How concerned are you about the Kings falling into 8th place currently? Do you feel they're going to be in the play-in? Do you feel they're going to actually make it up to the playoffs? Or do you feel they're going to be out of the playoffs altogether? Comment below. Let me know what you think. And also, as always, if you're watching this video up to this point, I ask, please like the video. You must have liked something, my analysis, something you like, something clicked with you. Click that like button. It'll help me out as well. It'll bring more eyes to the channel. And also, please subscribe to the channel. If you like talking Kings, you like hearing Kings talk, you like hearing Kings news, subscribe. It'll help me out as well. Also, if you can share this content, share it to any of your social medias. I would really appreciate that. And make a comment. Commenting helps the channel as well. Comment on anything, how the Kings are doing, how I'm doing. Comment on the weather. I don't care. And I have a motivational quote for you guys for today. I can't remember where I got this quote from, so if this is your quote and you made this up, then kudos to you. I mean, it's a very good quote. I don't know if one singular person could have made this up, or maybe somebody said it at some point. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but an habit. That is an amazing quote. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. Excellence is what you do all the time. Excellence is what you practice all the time. Excellence is what you get good at through practice and experience. And that's pretty much all that I have for you guys today. I really appreciate you joining me. I really appreciate you watching my video this far. I hope that you like the video and subscribe. And I hope that you join me again on Saturday after the next game for another episode of The King's Morning After. Midday Cup of Joe and Jay. That cup of Joe is a lot better now that I warmed it up. And with that, I'm out. But before I go, check out these moves. It's good.